Hello and welcome again to another The Ace radio style talk show. The topic today is going to be about experience, mini games, free experience, time it takes. So being it's radio style, of course, just listen to the video, continue playing the game, or continue doing what you're doing normally, and just listen on in. Like I said, it's radio style. Nothing really to watch unless you like looking at the pictures shading back and forth. Alright, on to the topics. I cut straight to the chase. We're talking about the free experience that you can gain in the game. There's many different aspects of free experience. You got random events, you've got ancient effigies, if that's how you're supposed to say it. You got stealing creation is kind of a way of getting some free experience, and also Tears of Guthics, collecting the tears. Now I myself don't believe in using all these extra areas that you gain experience a whole lot faster than you should. Now I like Vine Sweep. Vine Sweep is one of the kind of newer mini games, but it's very well controlled as far as the experience you gain for the time that you play it. I mean, you're gaining farm experience doing a farming mini game. That's what I believe it should be. That's the way it should be set. It is slower, however, to do Vine Sweep than it is to do farm runs, which again, that's the way I believe it should be. I mean, you're taking that sacrifice to gain experience all in one area, in one spot, instead of doing farm runs. Now, if you're doing the farm runs, that's great. You know, you're gaining the experience the way you should. You're putting the effort into the skill to gain the experience in the fastest way possible. That should be the only fastest way to get experience, at least in my book. Now, the way it's set nowadays, you can go to many different mini games or distractions and diversions or whatever and gain experience really quick in a whole lot less time in certain skills, and I don't believe in that. It should not be that way. If you choose to sacrifice not doing the skill the way it should be done, it should be slower. Now I don't know if the game of RuneScape is trying to get someone to be overall maxed out in every skill. That's why they keep making faster ways for you to gain experience, or is it people ranting about how hard the game is to gain experience or how long it takes to gain experience? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's 50-50. Get back, go through forums, find out, comment, tell me. I'll go over it again maybe. There's many different things that I think are good, some are bad. Ancient effigies, I think that's really bad because you really don't have to put any effort into gaining experience really quick. Yeah, you gotta search around to find somebody to assist you if you need assisted, but it's focused on the higher players. It truly is focused on the higher players that have the higher ranks, or not ranks, but higher levels. I mean, once you hit 91, 92, 93 level in every skill, and most players have, well, not most, but a lot of players have 99 in a lot of the skills already that the effigies are based on. So Jagex is just giving them a whole bunch of free experience, and then a whole lot more free experience on top of that when someone needs assistance to do theirs. So are they really trying, is it really trying to boost the players to get one player to hurry up and max out an account? Are they, setting up for a big party for the first player to completely max out every skill? I don't know. But it just don't seem right. It's lost the whole gameplay that RuneScape once used to be. I'm pretty sure a lot of you veteran players out there, or long-term players out there, would agree with me. I myself stick to the old ways. I train the skill the way it should be trained. I like training it in a certain way compared to other people that have used these newer ways. But overall, I mean, it really needs to be focused back on if Jagex is going to make any more updates on being able to gain experience, make sure that it's not faster than you actually doing the skill. I mean, dungeoneering. I know a player here just not long ago that was at 6th level dungeoneering, and just by Tears of Guthix, they're up to 55 level. They have not trained the experience whatsoever, and it definitely didn't take as long as doing the dungeons. I might as well go train other things that I can gain 1,000,000 experience really quick, go back to Tears of Guthix, get my lowest skill leveled up more, and go get another 1,000,000 experience something else, and then come back to Tears of Guthix. I think it's 1,000,000 that you have to get before Tears of Guthix will let you do it again, either that and or a time frame. But still, it's the whole point of the matter that you can jump up levels instantly without ever having to train in the skill. And it should not be that way. It should have to take the same amount of time, actually should take longer to gain experience in a skill that you're not doing. Again, Vine Sweep is a great example of the way a minigame should be. It should be based on the skill itself and in slower time, because not too slow, but a little bit slower than actually doing the skill itself. As far as doing farm runs, planting trees, letting them grow, planting herbs, so on and so forth. You chose to sacrifice doing all that running around to train it in one spot. So the experience should be just a hair slower, a little bit slower anyways, than somebody that's doing all that work, running around, doing their farm runs. They get more money too as a bonus of doing that extra work. Vine Sweep, yeah, you get some money if you buy seeds with your tokens or your points or whatever, and you sell them on a GE. But the people that do farming as a skill itself, they're gaining herbs to do herb lore and a whole bunch of other ways to earn money. Great Orb Project is, I believe, a very decent way of training Runecraft. If you train Runecraft the normal way, you actually can get more experience, or experience a whole lot faster than doing the Great Orb Project minigame, which is the RC Guild at level 50. But it's a fun game, it's a competitive game. People do choose to train RC nothing but through that, and they'll get the S's and they'll sell them for the money, to where a person doing the regular skill, going to the altars, making the ruins like it was originally set, they're making the money off the ruins themselves, getting the exact ruins they want once they have the level to do so. So, you know, that's another good mini game that is based on the skill itself, the way it should be. But there is just way too many combat mini games now that allow you to get experience where you shouldn't be getting experience at. Again, Tears of Guthix is a main one. Penguin Hide and Seek. Easy. Join a clan chat that does it. Boom. Instant experience in any whatever skill you pick. And you didn't have to do that skill at all. Which is a whole lot faster than doing that skill the way it should be. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't give you as much experience or more experience than the time it takes to train it normally. Shooting Star, well, you're mining, that's another good mini game. That one's alright, that one's a good balance, 50-50. You get a reward for doing it, so on and so forth. There's other ones out there. You got a lot of, let's see, the activities. Pest Control is another bad one. Stealing Creation is another bad one. They're not really good for the game. They're ruining the whole aspect of leveling, the whole training and actually playing the game. I mean, those are mini games that are meant to be mini games, but the experience should not be faster than actually training the skill itself. You should not be able to boost. Basically, you should not be able to boost your experience. Clan Wars is a good combat mini game. Duel Arena is a good challenging, challenge each other safely, so to speak. Conquest is another good one. Castle Wars, well, you're training nothing but combat. You're not getting experience in fletching for doing Castle Wars. You're, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Stealing Creations, I don't do that because I don't believe in getting a double experience. It might take about as long as doing the skill normally, but it is faster. Overall, it is faster to do Stealing Creations and get the Sacred Clay hammers and chisels and picks and so on and so forth to train the skill than it would be if you trained the skill originally. It shouldn't be faster. It should be slower because you're choosing to do something different. It's faster while you're doing the skill, but it shouldn't be faster. It should be slower. It should be, I don't know, hard to explain. Alright, let's say you got Stealing Creation chisel. If I cut 1,000 sapphires, it should take me, I should get more experience cutting 1,000 sapphires for someone using a Sacred Clay chisel to gain the chisels and cut 500 of them, being double experience. They should get less experience overall in the same amount of time frame because they choose to use a mini game instead of training the skill directly or getting the items it takes to do that particular skill. So I mean, you still got to get 1,000 sapphires, So it should be slower, completely slower. I mean, you can't do, Sacred Clay needles. You can buy the D-hides, granted, but it still should be a lot slower than using a Sacred Clay needle, gaining double experience for half the amount of D-hides that you crafted. It should be slower overall than actually crafting the D-hides as a skill in that time frame. That's the way it should be. I mean, there is just so many things now that's so messed up that I think need to be changed or should be changed, or maybe Jagex can take a different look at and not make anything or not make any more ways to train a skill a whole lot faster than it is to train it normally. It should always be slightly slower than training the skill normally. That's what makes the game. You make the choice to train it one way, it should be slower. If you make the choice to train it with the skill itself, doing the skill itself, gathering the items itself, it should be faster. Plain and simple. Anyways, that's about all I got to say on that topic. Comment if you agree, disagree. What do you think? Leave a comment for the next topic, maybe. Let me know what you think. Subscribe. Add me as a friend. I'll try to add you back. Subscribe back if you also make videos or other interesting videos or aspects of the game or topics that I do agree on. And we'll see you then. So until next time, have fun and good luck.